Trapped in a blizzard with my best friend's mom. What happened next will shock you. The snow didn't just fall that night. It swallowed everything. One moment, the road was clear, stretching endlessly through the quiet white hills, and the next, the world vanished into a furious storm. The wind howled like something alive, shaking the car, blinding my vision, and turning a simple drive into a nightmare I wasn't prepared for. I still remember gripping the steering wheel so tightly my fingers hurt, realizing too late that we were completely, terrifyingly alone. If you believe in kindness, second chances, and the way life changes when you least expect it, take a second right now to like, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel. You never know which story might touch your heart in ways you didn't expect. It all started as a favor, just a simple favor. My best friend had asked me to drive his mom back from a small town 2 hours away because he got stuck at work. I didn't hesitate. She had always been kind to me, the type of person who remembered your birthday and asked how your parents were doing. To me, she was just Aunt Sarah, someone warm and familiar, someone safe. The sky had been cloudy when we started, but nothing unusual. We even laughed a little on the way, talking about random things, the kind of light conversations that fill silence without effort. I never imagined that within an hour everything would change. The snow came fast, too fast. It started with a few flakes, then a blur, then a wall of white so thick I could barely see the road. Cars disappeared. The GPS signal cut out. The road signs became ghosts in the storm. I slowed down, trying to stay calm, but deep down, something heavy settled in my chest. Fear, real fear, and then the car slid. It wasn't dramatic like in movies. It was quiet, slow, and horrifyingly real. The tires lost grip, the steering stopped responding, and before I could react, we drifted off the road into a ditch hidden beneath the snow. Silence followed, a heavy, suffocating silence. The engine sputtered and died. The heater stopped. And suddenly, the warmth inside the car began to disappear, replaced by a creeping cold that felt like it was crawling under my skin. I remember looking at her. She didn't panic. She didn't scream. She just sat there staring ahead, her face pale but calm in a way that almost scared me more than the storm itself. That was the moment I realized something I hadn't before. I wasn't just responsible for myself. I was responsible for her too. The first hour was the hardest. I tried everything, restarting the car, calling for help, checking the GPS again and again like it might magically come back, but nothing worked. No signal, no movement, no sound except the wind slamming against the car. The cold grew stronger. We wrapped ourselves in whatever we could find. A spare jacket, a blanket from the back seat. Even old newspapers became something to hold on to. It wasn't enough. I could feel my thoughts slowing down, my fingers going numb. Panic started creeping in, quiet but persistent, but she didn't let it take over. Without raising her voice, without showing fear, she started talking. Not about the storm. Not about what might happen, but about life. She told me stories I had never heard before. About her younger days, about mistakes she made, about how she lost herself for years and had to find her way back piece by piece. Her voice was steady, warm, almost like the heater we had lost, and somehow it helped. It distracted me. It grounded me. Time passed differently in that car. Minutes felt like hours, and hours felt like something unreal. The storm outside didn't stop. If anything, it grew worse. The snow buried half the windows, turning the car into a cold, silent cocoon. At some point I broke, not loudly, not dramatically, just quietly. The weight of everything hit me at once. The fear of not making it out, the guilt of being the one driving, the helplessness of knowing I couldn't fix it. I remember staring at my hands, shaking uncontrollably, and thinking this might be it. That's when she placed her hand over mine. It was such a small gesture. But it changed everything. Her hand was cold, just like mine, but there was something else there too, strength, calm, something unspoken but powerful. She didn't give a speech. She didn't promise everything would be okay, she just stayed. And in that moment, I understood something I had never truly understood before. Sometimes, survival isn't about having the answers, it's about not being alone. The night dragged on. We took turns trying to stay awake, afraid that sleep might be something we wouldn't wake up from. We shared memories, even the painful ones. At some point, we stopped pretending to be strong and just became honest. I learned things about her that I had never imagined. About loneliness, about regret, about how even people who seem perfect carry invisible scars, and slowly, something inside me started to change. I had always been the kind of person who ran from problems, who avoided responsibility, who lived in the comfort of later instead of facing the present. But in that frozen car there was no later, was only now. And for the first time I chose to face it, Sometime before morning, the storm began to quiet down, not completely, but enough. The wind softened, the snow slowed, and in the faint light of dawn, I could finally see something beyond the white blur, a road, not far, just a few meters away, hope, real, tangible hope. It took everything we had left to move. My body felt heavy, stiff, like it didn't belong to me anymore, but we pushed, slowly, carefully, one step at a time through the deep snow. I don't remember how long it took, minutes, hours. All I know is that eventually we made it to the road, and then we saw headlights I've